We're out here at the Marshall Research Center with our extension weed specialist, Misha Manuchehri. And Misha, what do you have going on today?
We are planning our first research trial, and this one's specifically looking at management of rescue grass, one of our hardest bromes to control.
Before we get into that rescue grass, let's kind of talk about across the state for grazing, producers pretty much already have their wheat in the ground, but for the grain only crop, they're just really starting to gear up to plant. Are there still things that producers can do to manage some of those those pesky grasses?
Yeah, there absolutely is. So the earliest timing that we have after burn down is delayed pre-emergence herbicides, which I talk a lot about because many of those products control Italian ryegrass, which we do battle in our state. And those products go out basically right at spike. So kind of what we're seeing now here on the ground that's planted around this study. And there are several products. I think we're going to link a fact sheet to some recommendations, but for ryegrass, yes, there is still time if you're just planted or about to plant.
And when it comes to that other type of grass that you're studying here, most of those herbicides pretty much don't do anything, right?
That's correct. So many of our delayed pre-emergence products are very specific to Italian ryegrass. Many of the bromes, we do have some pre-options. Typically, we're going out with post-emergence products once they have already emerged. So in this study, we're looking at 2 of those herbicide options. We're also looking at planting date and variety selection, kind of throwing everything at it because it's such a tough weed.
Is that something that is that weed something that kind of impacts all of Oklahoma, or is it really kind of central to the northwest part of the state or the western part of the state?
Yeah. I hear most wheat growing regions complain about it, and it seems like we're dealing with it more and more because it's the very first winter annual grass to emerge. It's coming up in our September planted wheat and into our October planted wheat. We're trying to learn when are we getting too late in the season where it's not emerging, and so that is part of this research project as well.
Now, you also had a clinic that was going to be coming up, but some things kind of, happened where that's not going to be possible.
Yeah, so we have been so thankful that we've hosted the Herbicide Symptomology Clinic the past 3 years, and we plan to have it again this year. We had several inches of rainfall after planting and spraying pre's. And so we're going to cancel it for this season. Look for the clinic next fall. It's always that Friday of homecoming weekend. And we're also hoping to incorporate a summer clinic. So for those who are looking forward to coming out, thank you, and we hope next fall.
You mentioned rainfall, kind of disrupting that clinic. Yeah. Does rainfall impact at all, like either the lack thereof or the amount of rainfall in regards, or a lot of rainfall in regards to herbicide management? How does that play into it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So those delayed pre-emergence products that we talked about that go on around wheat spike, they have to be incorporated by rainfall into the soil profile. So we need to be really strategic in those applications where we see rain coming. Our post products, once the weeds are up, they don't need to be incorporated, but we do need to make sure we have good contact and don't have rains washing off product too quick after application.
All right, thanks, Misha. If you would like a link to the fact sheet that Misha was referring to earlier, go to our website, sunup.okstate.edu.